All right, a very warm welcome to you all of you here today. I just want to quickly go through our introductions. We'll start with our introductions for just a minute and very quickly get started with our session. Okay, so a very warm welcome again to each one of you, all of you parents who are here today on a Sunday evening. I think it's a very big deal for everybody to be gathering on a Sunday evening. So thank you for that. My name is Shivani. I'm the founder of Samarthya Foundation, and it is my pleasure to be here today with Harshali and SNCC Foundation to present to you our Samruddhi series, which is a financial literacy, financial counseling series for parents of children with disabilities and adult siblings. And we are delighted to be here once again with Mr. Rahul Kelapure, our expert, our guide. Today's topic is special considerations for parents of children with young children with disabilities. So today he's going to focus on that topic. Before we get started, just want to share a little bit about Samarthya Foundation and myself. Some of you may already know me, some of you, you're meeting me for the first time. So I'm Shivani Pandit. I'm a special educator. I've been working with children with autism and intellectual disabilities for the past 25 years in the US. Samarthya Foundation is dedicated to persons with disabilities in India, children and adults and their families. And we do that we mainly focus on creating public awareness. We do teacher training programs, that is professional development. And we also provide a lot of parent training and support, which is really my favorite thing to do, my favorite passion area. I'll just go through very quickly our current program offerings with Samarthya. We do a lot of parent trainings on Zoom now. So 6-week, 8-week modules, I deliver online in English, Hindi, and Marathi. And we'll be working on, announcing something very soon with Harshali and SNCC. But the parent trainings are really focused on giving children, parents the skills to work with their child at home. We also do, I do a lot of consultation and coaching for mothers online, at free of cost. So you can connect with me for that. We do one-on-one intervention sessions for children with ASD and IDD. Like we are here with our financial literacy sessions every month. We do inclusive storytelling for children. We have yoga sessions for mothers. We do camps on various topics like movement, life skills, computer skills. And very recently we have started a club, Ananda, which is a therapeutic recreational club for children. So for anything, if you need information or more understanding on our programs, or if you have any need, you can feel free to contact me. I'll put my email in the chat box and you can message me that way. And as always, it is my pleasure to be here with SNCC and Harshali Kharche. And you all, I think, know her. I don't think she needs an introduction, but I'll leave this slide for Harshali to talk about herself and the amazing work that she's doing with SNCC, in case any parent is new in this group. So Harshali.
Yeah, thank you so much, Didi. I mean, I will call as a Didi only, Shivani Didi, because we have that bond with us. And okay, so, about SNCC, almost all of you must be knowing that we are based in Nagpur, and I am the managing director and the founder of the SNCC Rehab Foundation. We are basically working in all the areas like for the parents, and we are parent organization. I am a parent of 2 special need kids on spectrum. So we work in various areas like awareness programs, some programs for children and parent, mental health, physical health, advocacy, and financial also. So we have done various camps with Samarthya and other knowledge-based session. We are inviting lots of speakers and doing knowledge session. Here our vision is to empower children with special needs so that they should be a peace of mind and satisfaction and positivity. Ultimate, our goal is to give parent and the family a joyful life. So we are working towards that only. So in every sense, I mean, development of a parent and development of a child, that is included. So I'll not take much of a time, and I would also like to invite and welcome Rahulji for today's talk. I mean, he is very inspirational figure for me too. So welcome, Rahul Kelapure sir.
Yes, and I just want to say that Rahulji, if you could talk just a little bit about yourself, about your background. For the parents who are new here with us, we launched these webinar series in January, and every month we do pick up a topic, and Rahulji comes and talks about that specific topic, which is related to financial planning for families who have children with disabilities. So we're very happy that he keeps coming back and he gives us his time and expertise so generously. And Rahulji has an amazing background in the financial world, of course, but we recently found out that he's an amazing singer as well. He's been on television. I think we shared his information with all of you on our WhatsApp group. So here he is. Rahulji, please go ahead and share just a bit about your background, and then we will get started with the topic for the day.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you, Harshali and Shivani, for always being there and giving me this opportunity month on month to come here and so that I can actually contribute in a real sense with the parents and siblings of persons with disability here. So it's always been a pleasure for me to be with all of you here. My name is Rahul Kelapure, and I live in Mumbai, in Malad, and I work with Securities and Exchange Board of India, SEBI, as an assistant legal advisor in the Legal Affairs Department, in the Department of Policy. So that is that. By education, I am a lawyer. I've done my law from Mumbai Government Law College. Also, I've done MBA in finance, and I'm presently pursuing my company secretary course. Apart from that, I've been associated with, I've done a lot of courses on finance in different spheres, finance and law. So that's what I do. And of course, I love to kind of do programs for investment education and financial education for people. And of course, I'm really passionate about doing programs, these kind of programs for persons with disability in different ways. Whichever way I can contribite, it is always my pleasure. And of course, as Shivani said that, of course, and Harshali said that of course, I do sing. I'm a great fan of Kumar Sanu. And, I recently performed with him on Colors channel. So that's a bit about me. So that's a bit about me. And today we will be talking about special considerations for for persons with disability. Basically, this is more actually it's actually for everyone, but more so for younger kids with disability. But of course, this is generally also applicable for everyone. So we will be talking about that, and today we'll be talking about various things, right from right from actually kind of understanding what is special needs, and then what are the different educational policies, and what are the different ways that the government or otherwise you could educate your kids, and of course we'll be then majorly focusing on the what after me. I mean, what happens after me? Because I know, as a matter of fact, I've met a few parents of persons with disability, especially persons with the intellectual disability, and I have heard a lot of their concerns as to what really would happen after me about my kids. And And that really kind of shook me, after hearing their concern, because it's so real for them, what really would happen. And I completely get their concern. And this is why we'll be talking more about that today. And of course, related to that, we will then be talking about the guardians for persons with disability, because in many cases, in fact, I remember, I think last time around, I had got so many questions on the guardianship of, for person with disability, and as to how to get it, and why is it really required, and stuff like that. So we'll be talking more on that. So I'm sure this is going to be an interesting session and very informative one for all of you. And of course, keep your questions coming in, so that I could also kind of have this session more customized for you. And of course, we'll be sharing what are the upcoming topics that we intend to take. And you could then have your questions ready, and if you could send those questions in advance on those topics to Shivani and Harshali, I think it'll be good, so that I could actually address those questions in more detail, as to, because I would then know as to what is your real concern, and what is it that you would want to understand and know about. So let's get started, and so let's actually start with today's topic. So now, so now let's actually start. Of course, this is just a kind of to have a background. What is special needs? So I mean, I'm sure all of you know what is special needs, but basically, I mean, nowadays we say that I mean, nobody's really disabled as such, because they just have some special needs, and it's true in so many ways that we would kind of we would actually need to understand. They have different needs. I think somebody says that they want to. I need to talk in Hindi, so I will try and mix the languages, because it's possible that some of you may not understand English, Hindi. So मैं बीच में mix करता रहूँगा. अगर आपको फिर भी कोई चीज नहीं समझ आए, आप कुछ इस तरह की बात हो, तो आप जरूर बताइए चैट में, और मैं उसको कोशिश करूंगा कि हिंदी में भी समझाने की कोशिश करूं. तो जैसे मैंने अभी कहा कि स्पेशल नीड्स क्या है, तो स्पेशल नीड्स इज जस्ट they need to just work in a different way. वो अलग तरीके से बस चीजों को करते हैं. Now take an example here, that for example, if I give my own example, now I cannot read a printed book, a hard copy book. So now that's something that I cannot do. But at the same time, if that book is available in the soft copy, or in the PDF form, or in any other electronic form, then I can read that book very effectively. In fact, in certain cases, even more effectively probably, and more efficiently, because I can read faster than probably everyone else. And considering I come from a law background, so we got to read a lot of books and a lot of acts and stuff like that, and a lot of judgments. तो उसमें ये होता है कि by the time somebody is just skipping through the whole document, I kind of finish it reading word by word. So ये एक possibility है, and this is possible, of course, due to the use of technology. और मैं जानता हूं कि अगर आप लोग भी टेक्नोलॉजी का इस्तेमाल अगर करेंगे, जो कि बहुत अलग-अलग डिसेबिलिटीज के लिए अलग-अलग टेक्नोलॉजी काफी हद तक
किड्स इन शेयर मार्केट
काफी डेवलप हो गई हैं, तो आई थिंक आप लोग इसको इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं. Now, that of course is ये चीजें हैं. फिर उसमें कई सारे, लेकिन इसके बावजूद हम देखते हैं बहुत सारे challenges आते हैं. I think right from having the not having enough awareness about certain kinds of disabilities, because I've seen a lot of incidences where वो देखते ही उसमें लोगों का एक तरह से थोड़ा सा वो हो जाता कि how to talk to a person with disability, या how to even interact with this person. In fact, एक बड़ा interesting incident I have seen, I've actually faced in my life. Once this happened, I was with a friend. We were having, all of us were having coffee, and वहाँ पे हो गया कि एक this person that was there with us, and instead of asking me कि मैं उसमें coffee में whether I would take sugar or not, उसने वो मेरे साथ वाले दोस्त को पूछा कि will he have sugar in the coffee. So बड़ा interesting है, because लोगों को पता नहीं कैसे पूछना है, क्या पूछना, बड़ी उनको भी हिचकिचाहट होती है ना. I know that. So I think one way of course is to make them aware, but दूसरा इसमें ये भी होता है कि हम जितना ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा interaction करवा सके with the non-disabled community, I think this will be very useful. So I think ये एक हम चीज अगर कर पाए तो मेरे हिसाब से बहुत अच्छा होगा. और कुछ मैं इस तरफ कुछ इनिशिएटिव भी देख रहा हूँ आजकल, कुछ आ रहे हैं. लॉट ऑफ पीपल डू वांट टू स्पेंड टाइम, एंड दोनों तरफ से, चाहे वो डिसेबल कम्युनिटी की तरफ से हो या नॉन डिसेबल कम्युनिटी की तरफ से हो, दोनों एक दूसरे के पास आना चाहते हैं, टाइम स्पेंड करना चाहते हैं. आई थिंक दैट्स रियली the way to go, because मैं कई मेरे दोस्तों के साथ इंटरेक्शन करता हूँ, तो मेरे कई सारे दोस्त बोलते हैं मुझे कि अच्छा, before we met you, we didn't know that a person with disability is just like a normal person. We just thought maybe वो अलग होते होंगे, उनका वर्ल्ड अलग होता. Somewhere they have these kind of questions in mind. So that was a bit about, but at the same time इसमें हमें triumph भी काफी मिले. We have been we have actually been able to do a lot of achieve a lot of kind of we've accomplished a lot of milestones in this regard, because I've seen आजकल बहुत सारी जगहों पर lot of persons with disability, especially I've seen a lot of persons with इंटेलेक्चुअल डिसेबिलिटीज को भी कुछ कॉर्पोरेट्स में और अलग अलग ऐसी जगहों पर काम करने का भी मौका मिल रहा है. Because I know a person from Indore, he's started to work with one electronic manufacturer at Indore. So तो वो चीजें हो रही हैं, लेकिन of course there's a big way to go. If you talk about education programs for persons with disabilities, we'll just little touch base on this. बहुत सारे चीजें हैं जिसमें कि we can have this now there are two different thoughts on education. किस तरह का education देना चाहिए. एक थॉट है जो कहता है कि हमने integrated school का मॉडल अपनाना चाहिए. So we got to send the persons with disability in the normal schools, so that उनका शुरुआत से ही एक दूसरे के साथ disabled and non-disabled communities can really be together. They are not complete strangers, because ultimately अगर special schools भी हैं तो भी वो special schools के वो भी पूरा education नहीं उसमें आपको मिल पाता है. तो ultimately you're going to be in the society. So why not we should expose these children with disabilities directly to the normal schools. Now that is one thought. Of course, the other thought is that there need to be special schools for persons with disability. Now special schools may there's an equally strong point for that, because in certain circumstances you would need the children with disabilities to be in the special school. Because even I myself, in fact, I myself have studied in both kinds of schools. I studied in a normal school till my 3rd standard, and then I went to a special school, blind school there. So, and then of course after my 7th standard, of course, because that time the school was only up till 7th standard, so I then moved back to a normal school, and I studied it that way. So of course दोनों चीजों में अपने अपने challenges हैं और दोनों चीजों में अपने अपने फायदे और नुकसान हैं, लेकिन इसके बावजूद मैं कहूँगा कि in India there's still an issue, because even if we put the child with disability in a normal school, the issue of infrastructure is always there. In fact, many a times even the children with disabilities are not, rather the teachers are even not sensitized. They don't know how to teach that child, and they're not equipped with a special educator there in a lot of schools. So in fact, recently I read one judgment by not judgment but a news item, where in which the government of India actually had submitted in the Supreme Court, sorry, stating that it is not practicable for them to appoint special educators in each school or in a particular area. So for whatever reasons, I haven't gone through the entire affidavit. I'm trying to get that if I can. But the issue is there, so the issue is much bigger. So probably one way to deal with this could be to have a child with to give him both the experiences if possible, and if we can put the child in the special school and then maybe in the integrated school, I think that would be I think easier. So that's that, and of course there are certain special programs, and one of them being, of course, the National Open School. That's which is like equal, kind of considered as equivalent to the 10th and 12th standard, which I've seen a lot of my friends with persons with disability are doing those programs, and they've been successfully completing these programs. So and of course then there are some there are a lot of other schemes and a lot of programs that the government is doing. Of course, they are running special schools and stuff like that, as I said, but of course each of them have their own benefits and their own disadvantages, of course. So I think right now, so far, to be a hybrid is the way to go. And of course, I think I'm aware that especially after this pandemic situation has even become even more complex, because earlier the children would actually go to school and they would get that kind of attention, but I think now, since they are mostly kind of confined at home, so there have been a lot of those issues, especially for parents and adult siblings of persons with disability here, to manage the child and all of that. So I'm aware of that, and these are the additional challenges that we have been really facing. So that's the general issue right now. Having said that, I think if we are able to give them the basic education, we have certain legislations in India wherein lot of special legislations, a lot of special acts have been passed by the government. I am not really sure about the effectiveness of those acts, because there have been a mixed kind of mixed effects of those, especially, of course, the 1999 Act, which is the Indian Trusts for Intellectual Disabilities Act, that is there. So that act is definitely useful. And there is then there is the RCI Act, Rehabilitation Council India Act. So those are the legislations. I think those are made in the right spirit. And of course, then there is an act, there is a policy the Government of India has come up in 2006. They have come up with a policy for as to how to on disability, basically on persons with disability. So of course, much needs to be done, and of course, then there is this United Nations Convention on Rights of Persons with Disability. All of that is there, but the results are at best could be called mixed, and there's much needs to be done. One more thing that I would, and of course I'll come back to that, and that is, can we as parents of persons with disability, can we take some initiative, and can we do something about it? Is a question that we may ask ourselves. And of course, organizations like Samarthya and SNCC are doing their bit, and they've been doing an amazing job and very effective one at that. But still, I think looking at the sheer enormity of the issues that we have at hand, I think we also could probably do a little bit on our part, that we could contribute in this. And then, of course, there's an issue at hand with the employment of persons with disability. Now, of course, there are these legislations like the Rights of Persons with Disabilities Act 2016. That act essentially has changed the approach of the government from the welfare base to the rights base. पहले ये होता था कि आपको welfare है, government एक चलो ये welfare measure करना चाहिए ये था, but now it has, of course, they've kind of made it more powerful, and there have been a lot of requirements by the government, जो कि one has to really follow and make a lot of things accessible for persons with disability. Right from the availability of the infrastructural accessibility to the digital accessibility, because digital accessibility is of course also a very important topic nowadays. So section 20 uska jo act, which really essentially says that you cannot discriminate and all of that, but usme bhi there lot needs to be done, or wo issues hain, but this 2016 act jisme ki almost sabhi abhi disabilities, 21 kinds of disabilities they have included in this in under this act. So वो चीज को देखते हुए I think they have actually widened the scope of act. जो पहले 3% का reservation था, now it has become 4%, which is another positive step, I would call, by the government. So that's a very positive sign. And section 21 of the act actually says that you'll have to propagate and you'll have to follow the non-discrimination policy in accessibility. So ये बहुत ज़रूरी है, and that has steps have been taken. Now the problem, however, is in the implementation, because the act actually says that within 2 years of the act, the rules being framed, you know, the website and the infrastructure needs to be accessible. Digitally also it needs to be accessible. Now the problem I face is that, you know, many popular websites that are probably extremely essential for person with disability to get services, वो भी accessible नहीं है, and that had to be done by June 2019, but वो नहीं हुआ है. अभी जून 2021 भी निकल गया, लेकिन ये नहीं हुआ, और उसमें अभी तो एक तरह से वो हो गया कि अभी तो 1.5 साल तो पेंडेमिक था, तो अब हम क्या करें. So there is always justification by someone, by the government actually, or even by certain other organizations who actually kind of implement, they need to implement these regulations, these guidelines. So ये सब situation है, and of course this act also kind of mandates the private organizations also to have non-discrimination for persons with disability. So this act actually is inspired by a lot of international conventions and a lot of international legislations also. Like, for example, in US we have Americans with Disabilities Act, which is very, very powerful legislation, and which has made a lot of these websites and applications accessible for persons with disability. So ये सब चीजें हैं, and therefore we need to also probably kind of much needs to be done, but of course we have taken steps in the right direction. Now let's talk about what after me. क्या होगा मेरे बाद मेरे बच्चे का. और जैसे कि मैंने अभी कहा था कि this is very, very important, कि this concern is always there. A lot of parents have shared with me their concern, and that's real concern. It's not because जब तक वो हैं, they are taking care of the child or the person even when he becomes adult. But लेकिन उसके बाद में क्या होगा? So, and especially जबकि when the parents are becoming old, and then if they're not keeping well, so what happens after that, in that situation? So बहुत बड़ा concern है, and I think for that ये concern बहुत बड़ा है. So now उसके लिए हम क्या कर सकते हैं? एक तो ये होता कि देखिए, if you really look at this issue with the practical approach, the first step, and I think that's one of the major reasons why we've actually been doing these programs every month, is to make you aware as to what you can do in this situation. So I have seen, अगर आप उसके लिए बच्चे के लिए, if you can plan the finances for future, I think that nothing better than that probably you could do from your side. उसमें क्या होगा अगर आप when you become old, when you are probably not able to take care of the person, then probably you could spend some money, and you could actually ensure that the person with disability is really taken care of very well. I think ये बहुत जरूरी है, and I think for that, to create a wealth, one important thing that we need to do is to really generate the wealth which will give you returns at least more than the rate of inflation. महंगाई जितनी बढ़ती है उससे तो कम से कम ज्यादा रिटर्न्स होने चाहिए, तभी हमारे पैसे बढ़ेंगे. और वो, and that is possible only through investing in products like mutual funds, probably, which has a potential to give you more returns than the other products like बैंक में पैसे रखना या फिर fixed deposits में पैसे रखना, probably that is not a great idea to do, because उसमें आपके पैसे की ग्रोथ नहीं हुई। कई बार तो आपको ऐसा लगेगा कि पैसा तो ग्रो हो रहा है, बढ़ रहा है, लेकिन अनफॉर्चुनेटली वो पैसा शायद कम हो रहा होगा। तो क्योंकि वो महंगाई का असर है उस पर। ये सब चीजों को ध्यान में रखते हुए मुझे लगता है इफ वी कैन स्टार्ट इन्वेस्टिंग राइट फ्रॉम टुडे, थोड़ा थोड़ा ही कीजिए, बट अगर हम कर पाएंगे तो नथिंग लाइक इट, उससे ज्यादा बड़ा हम उनको एक तरह से हमारी अपनी इस तरीके से हम अपनी जिम्मेदारी को ज्यादा बेहतर तरीके से निभा पाएंगे फॉर द फ्यूचर ऑफ आवर this person with disability. Especially ये तब ज्यादा important हो जाता है when the person is challenged, like intellectually challenged, और उस केस में सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट आई थिंक हमने चीज करनी चाहिए वो है सबसे पहला कि टू have him a good health insurance, because देखो all of us know that when you have a disabled child, he would probably need a more care sometimes in terms of his health. बीच बीच में आपको शायद रेगुलर कंसल्टेशन के लिए जाना पड़ सकता है और भी कोई चीजों के लिए। उस टाइप के केसेस के लिए इट इज इम्पोर्टेंट दैट वी हैव द हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस फॉर देम, और वो हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस, और मैं जानता हूँ कि देयर आर लॉट ऑफ these companies have lot of these insurance companies don't even give health insurance if we say that we have this child is with disability, और अगर दे भी दे तो भी शायद क्लेम करने के टाइम पे I think there may be a lot of issues that, and I personally myself know, and there's been enough communication that I've been having with IRDA and certain companies, लेकिन जहां पे वो बंदा थोड़ा सा सेंसिटिव होता है तो चीज हो जाती है वो इंश्योरेंस कंपनी में, अगर कहीं कई बार सिचुएशन आती है तो, लेकिन कभी नहीं होता तो वो नहीं होता है। सो वो बहुत बड़े इश्यूज है। इनफैक्ट आई हैव बीन इन टच विथ IRDA, और IRDA इज पॉजिटिव अबाउट इट, लेकिन नो आई मीन बहुत ज्यादा तेजी से कुछ चीजें हो नहीं रही है, धीरे धीरे कुछ चीजें आगे बढ़ रही हैं। बट एनीवे, तब तक अगर हम ये जो गवर्नमेंट की एक निरामया योजना है जो गवर्नमेंट की है, या और भी एक योजना जिसमें कि हम 1 या 2 लाख तक का हम इंश्योरेंस ले सकते हैं फॉर पर्सन फॉर आवर चाइल्ड, वहां पे खास करके ये जो स्कीम्स है निरामया, इस टाइप्स में इसमें जो स्पेशल नीड्स हो सकती है, कुछ कई बार आपको OPD सर्विसेज लेनी पड़ती है, वो भी आई थिंक 1 लाख तक का हम इंश्योरेंस ले सकते हैं। आई थिंक if you can, definitely I think, and I think the premium is about I think 250 rupees, तो वो हमने definitely I think कर लेना चाहिए, और I think that's the starting point that we can do for this child, so that आपको over the period you will be peaceful, एंड थोड़ा सा देखो कंसर्न्स तो रहेंगे, लेकिन एटलीस्ट इस तरह से एक तरफ का हम शायद हम काम मतलब उनकी जिंदगी आसान कर सकते हैं, और एंड एट द सेम टाइम हम जो है वी कैन बी अ लिटिल रिलैक्स्ड एटलीस्ट इन फ्यू एरियाज वेयर हम उनके लिए कुछ मीनिंगफुली कंट्रीब्यूट कर पा रहे हैं। तो now that is that, and then हम जब हम ये बात कर रहे हैं, इसके लिए सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट अभी बात आ जाती है कि गार्डियनशिप लेना। अभी देखो गार्डियनशिप लेना is very important for person, especially person with an intellectual disability here. क्योंकि बहुत सारी जो स्कीम्स है गवर्नमेंट की या बहुत सारी जो बेनिफिट्स हैं वो आपको अगर गार्डियनशिप अगर है of the person, then only you could actually claim it, and even if you can claim, otherwise वो बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है। तो इट इज इम्पॉर्टेंट कि एक कोई गार्डियन की तरह हम बना सके, हम उसको ये कर सके। तो स्पेशली अगर वो if the person with disability is more than 18 years old, वहां पर बहुत बार बहुत जरूरी हो जाता है बहुत सारी, इवन राइट फ्रॉम ओपनिंग ए बैंक अकाउंट या उसका ध्यान देने के लिए, उसके लिए कोई हेल्थ से रिलेटेड कुछ डिसीजंस लेने के लिए, इट इज इम्पोर्टेंट दैट वी हैव the guardianship certificate of this person. वो इसलिए भी जरूरी होता है बिकॉज जो कई सारी जो स्कीम्स हैं गवर्नमेंट की वो भी आपको लेने में अदरवाइज बहुत दिक्कत आएगी, इंक्लूडिंग आई थिंक अगर आपको कुछ इंश्योरेंस स्पेशल स्कीम्स है जो कि मुझे अभी ठीक से जानकारी नहीं है कि अभी वो स्कीम वैलिड है कि नहीं, लेकिन अब रिसेंटली few actually maybe a couple of years back I'd read about one scheme, and then I'd actually spoken to one branch manager of an insurance company of the national insurance, जिसमें national insurance company जिसमें कि they have a special insurance scheme for persons with disability of up to उसका जो इंश्योरेंस का जो कवर है वो 3 लाख का था, और वो स्कीम हम ले सकते हैं जो कि स्पेशली हमारे पर्सन विद डिसेबिलिटीज के लिए बनाई गई है। अनफॉर्चुनेटली वो स्कीम का बहुत ज्यादा प्रचार नहीं किया गया, उसको प्रोपोगेट नहीं किया गया बहुत ज्यादा, बट अब वी हैव टू लिव विद दैट, एंड अगर आप कर सकते हैं तो we can talk, and maybe I can also try and find out more details maybe in one of our next sessions. But as I said, for all these kind of situations, it is important that we have this these programs, this guardianship actually for person with disability. Now उसको अप्लाई कैसे करना है, तो अप्लाई कैसे करना है, तो इट्स लाइक यू गॉट टू अप्लाई इन योर लोकल कोर्ट with the relevant documents, जिसमें कि आपको ये होगा कि you would need जो एक फॉर्म होता है फॉर्म ए, उसमें आपको एक फॉर्मेट में आपको सब डिटेल भर के देने होते हैं, जिसके लिए आपको द डिटेल्स ऑफ द डिसेबल्ड पर्सन एंड सर्टेन डिटेल्स ऑफ द गार्डियन आर रिक्वायर्ड। नाउ उसमें आपको you would need the disability certificate of the child or the person, and of course certain other details like the details of the guardian are required. Now अब ये guardian कौन हो सकते हैं, तो guardian of course can be guardian of course could be the parents, those are the natural guardians of the child, या कोई भाई बहन हो सकते हैं, या कोई और भी any other person who's willing to take the responsibility, who's willing to take care of the child, they can actually apply to become the guardian for the person with disability. Now उसके साथ में there are a lot of organizations also, they also can actually apply for they can also be guardian for the child, the person with disability here. अभी अप्लाई हमने करने का प्रोसीजर थोड़ा सा समझ लिया, बाकी कौन हो सकता है ये भी आपने समझ लिया। नाउ who can actually be the guardian, हमने वो तो समझ लिया, लेकिन कौन अप्लाई कर सकता है? तो जैसे कि मैंने बोला, ये all the persons who whether it is parents or whether it is other children, other like siblings or any other friend, or even the organizations can also be the guardian of person, those disabled persons. अभी इसका जो प्रोसीजर है डिटेल में, वो that maybe I can share later sometime, or maybe I can share the details if some of any of you want to know more about it. Of course, I'll share all those relevant details, maybe how to really go about it. But ये चीज I think करनी बहुत जरूरी है. ये जैसे मैंने कहा कि फाइनेंशियल कुछ डिसीजंस लेने के हिसाब से भी it is important that we have these of course there are certain places where certain organizations have facilities to take care of the child, take care of the children, or even or for person with disability. But इसके बावजूद भी यहाँ पे दिक्कत है कि there are not enough places where we could actually have kind of arrange these facilities. और यहीं पे as I was saying a little while back कि यहीं पे बात आ जाती है कि what as parents or as siblings or as friends of the disabled persons, can we contribute something, can we do something, because बहुत ज्यादा काम इसमें करना बाकी है और बहुत जरूरत है इस चीज की. तो क्या हम कर सकते हैं? Now I know I have a friend in Mumbai here. She runs a special school for person with intellectual disabilities here. लेकिन वो बहुत एफर्ट्स, बहुत और भी बहुत ज्यादा जरूरत है. और फिर भी मुंबई या कुछ और शहरों में, थोड़ा सा बड़े शहरों में तो शायद कुछ हद तक इसका अवेयरनेस है, लेकिन बहुत सारी छोटी जगहों पे अवेयरनेस नहीं है. आई सीन अनफॉर्चुनेटली लॉट ऑफ प्लेसेस जहाँ पे कि मेरे घर के पास, जब आई एक्चुअली कम फ्रॉम द प्लेस कॉल्ड चंद्रपुर व्हिच इज नियर नागपुर देयर, सो वहां पर मैं देखता हूँ बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो जब वो स्पेशली छोटे होते तो शायद वो घर पे उनका ध्यान रख दिया जाता है, लेकिन बाद में जब वो बड़े हो जाते हैं तो वहां पे बहुत ज्यादा दिक्कत आती है. तो क्या हम कर सकते हैं, क्या हम इसमें कंट्रीब्यूट कर सकते हैं, क्या कैन वी डू समथिंग अबाउट इट? आई थिंक दैट्स द क्वेश्चन. इफ वी कैन डू दैट, इट विल बी अ काइंड ऑफ ग्रेट, एक हमारी तरफ से एक तो कंट्रीब्यूशन तो होगा ही होगा, लेकिन हमारे लिए भी एक बहुत बड़ा एक कंट्रीब्यूटरी फैक्टर रहेगा, और पीस ऑफ माइंड हम कर पाएंगे, और हमारा सिर्फ इशू हमारा नहीं रहेगा, और हम और भी लोगों के लिए कुछ इस तरह का कंट्रीब्यूशन कर सकते हैं. सो ये जैसे मैं कह रहा था कि दिस इज एक्सट्रीमली इम्पोर्टेंट दैट वी हैव द गार्डियनशिप सर्टिफिकेट. ये कोई भी कर सकता है. ये अगर आपके अगर आप पेरेंट्स हैं खास करके, तो ऑफ कोर्स एनी वन पेरेंट ऑफ कोर्स कैन आल्सो अप्लाई फॉर दिस बीइंग द गार्डियन ऑफ द चाइल्ड. लेकिन मेरा सजेशन ये है कि हमेशा दोनों गार्डियंस ने, दोनों पेरेंट्स ने जॉइंटली जहां तक हो सके जो है गार्डियनशिप लेना चाहिए. और जब ऐसी सिचुएशन आ जाए कि आप अभी नहीं मैनेज कर पा रहे हैं, कुछ ऐसी सिचुएशन आ जाती है ड्यू टू ओल्ड एज और ड्यू टू एनी अदर इशू, आई थिंक आपके ट्रस्टेड कोई आपके फैमिली में हो या आपके फ्रेंड्स में हो या कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हो, वहाँ पे आपने इस चीज का जो है स्टेप लेना चाहिए, और आपने कुछ ना कुछ इस तरह से एफर्ट्स लेने चाहिए, जिससे कि बाद में जाके उसको कुछ दिक्कत ना हो, और यू हैव एन ऑप्शन टू क्रिएट अ ट्रस्ट फॉर जो कि जिसके थ्रू आप उन पैसों का, वो फाइनेंस का वो ध्यान में रखा जा सकता है. और ये बिना ट्रस्ट के भी हो सकता है, जरूरी नहीं है कि हर बार आपको ट्रस्ट क्रिएट करना है, लेकिन एक अच्छा आइडिया हो सकता है. और इनफैक्ट मैं रिसेंटली आई मेट वन पर्सन इन वाशी, एक्चुअली पेरेंट्स ऑफ अ बॉय, और उन्होंने बहुत एक अच्छा इनिशिएटिव लिया है कि दे हैव एक्चुअली स्टार्टेड अ स्मॉल प्लेस वेयर दे आर एक्चुअली इंश्योरिंग कि वहां पर सभी जो थोड़ा थोड़ा बच्चों के जो पेरेंट्स हैं वो थोड़ा थोड़ा कंट्रीब्यूट करते हैं टाइम अपना देके, एंड दे आर एक्चुअली प्लानिंग टू गिव देम अ मीनिंगफुल एम्प्लॉयमेंट, सम कुछ काम देना चाहते हैं, कुछ इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कुछ एक छोटा सा कोई चीज बनानी होती है, कोई ये जो फैन के जो रेगुलेटर्स होते हैं उसके अंदर एक कोई छोटा सा पार्ट लगता है, उसका बनाने का काम, विच कैन बी डन बाय these children. तो उनको मीनिंगफुली एंड वेरी मीनिंगफुली इनको काम दे सके, इस तरह की भी चीज कर सकते हैं। इनफैक्ट इसके लिए एक बहुत बढ़िया एक गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया का स्कीम भी है, विच इज थ्रू थ्रू NHFDC, और स्टेट गवर्नमेंट का भी HSFDC जो है, नेशनल हैंडीकैप फाइनेंस एंड डेवलपमेंट कॉर्पोरेशन का अलग अलग स्टेट्स का भी है। तो ये भी एक आई थिंक ऑप्शन हम कर सकते हैं। तो क्या हम ये छोटी छोटी, आई एम लीविंग यू विद these kind of questions where after me those kids, those persons are really taken care of very well, and I think इससे ज़्यादा satisfying और इससे ज़्यादा एक फुलफिलिंग फीलिंग क्या हो सकती है एक पेरेंट के लिए, अगर आप उनका आपके बाद भी आपके वो एक मीनिंगफुली अपनी जिंदगी अपने लिमिटेशंस के अंदर ही सही, लेकिन एक अच्छे से और कॉन्फिडेंट एक रिस्पेक्ट की जिंदगी और एक इस तरह की जिंदगी जी सकें। आई थिंक इससे ज्यादा हम क्या दे सकते हैं। So with this,
thank you so much. I have just a quick question before you wrap up. So
yeah, sure.
While it sounds to me like आप कह रहे हैं कि the first and the most important step for any family member is to start with getting the guardianship procedure or the certificate.
Yes.
And we see that you have listed out all the Form A requirements and the other requirements that the family has. I have two questions. One is a more practical one, which is how long does it take to go through the process? Like, is it months or what is it like if a parent had to start the procedure today?
Yes.
Generally speaking, how long does it take? And is there a website or any other thing you can help us with, like a resource that can give them more information about like this Form A, ye kahan milega, kisse baat karna hai? Like if a parent really has no idea,
yes,
where to start, where would you say they should start, and how long does it take? And after that, I see that Anita ji has been raising her hand, so I know she has some questions.
Sure.
After you answer this, I think we'll then maybe open up for parent questions, if that's okay with you, Rahul ji.
That's absolutely fine.
Okay.
So now to answer your first question as to how much time does it take really to get this certificate, ये थोड़ा सा ट्रिकी क्वेश्चन है, लेकिन जहां तक मेरा जो एक्सपीरियंस है, जो थोड़े बहुत जो मैंने लोगों से बात की है, तो जनरली मेरे को 2-3 लोगों ने बोला कि उन्होंने 1-1.5 महीने में उनको 1-आध महीने में उनको जो है सर्टिफिकेट मिल गया है। लेकिन अनफॉर्चुनेटली इसके बारे में मैं बहुत ज्यादा आई कैन नॉट वाउच फॉर दैट, बिकॉज अलग अलग जगह पे अलग अलग चीजें होती है, और कई बार ये भी एक्सपीरियंस मैंने किसी से सुना है कि somebody is saying 2 months. So मेरे को 1 या 1.5 महीने का किसी ने कहा था, लेकिन 1-2 बार का ये भी एक्सपीरियंस मेरा रहा है, को किसी ने मुझे शेयर किया है कि लॉट ऑफ टाइम्स द कोर्ट समटाइम्स इज सो ओवरबर्डन, और उनके लिए ये प्रायोरिटी नहीं रहती है अनफॉर्चुनेटली, और वहां पे थोड़ा सा हमें बात करना या इस तरह की बहुत जरूरत होती है। तो ये है, बट जनरली मेरे हिसाब से 1-1.5 महीने में मिल जाना चाहिए। Now that's one. The other question you said, is there a resource that one can get this info, the entire information? मैंने ये मुझे ठीक से उसकी जानकारी नहीं है कि कौन सी शायद इसकी वेबसाइट होगी जिसमें कि ये वेबसाइट ये पूरी इंफॉर्मेशन एक साथ होगी, क्योंकि this issue is not just with this getting the certificate of guardianship की सिर्फ बात नहीं है, but even to get a disability certificate ठीक तरीके से एक जगह पे कोई information नहीं है। I was actually maybe a week back probably, I was actually looking for some information on getting the disability certificate in the new format, and somebody had actually asked me a question, और मैंने देखा था, और वो अनफॉर्चुनेटली मेरे साथ दिक्कत ये हो गई कि वो इंफॉर्मेशन ठीक से ऑनलाइन अवेलेबल है ही नहीं। In fact, I would now therefore recommend, agar ye possible ho, so maybe I would actually would be happy if I could contribute in this way. But if we can have a section on the website of SNCC and section on Samarthya website, if we can actually have a resource over there, probably this would be useful.
Actually, a very good information that is needed. Yes, that's something we can definitely work on. And I see Ashok ji raising his hand. If we can take your question, sir, and then we will go to Anita ji after that. Ashok sir, you can unmute yourself, please, and either you have a question or a thought to share with us.
I think it's a wonderful, informative talk. The guardianship now, it is completely online. It's a Swavalamban site.
Okay.
It takes just half an hour to fill up if you have all the documents ready with you. I think there is some constraint about the size of the files you upload. It's in KB. So you have to reduce that size and then upload it.
Okay. I hope all the parents heard this. Ashok ji has told us that if you go on the Swavalamban site, everything is online. If you have all your documentation ready, you can upload it and start the procedure. So it should not be that cumbersome, I hope. Yes.
Yeah, actually, this is definitely, and thank you, sir, for actually telling this. In fact, good that you specifically told about this website. It's a swavalamban.gov.in. I think that's, if I'm not wrong, that's the website. लेकिन इसमें एक जो चीज मैंने इशू देखा है जिसमें कि कभी-कभी ये होता है कि कुछ जो I think कुछ they have a procedure to verify something. And I think that sometimes takes a time. Although the entire process is online, but I think वो जो procedure है उसमें थोड़ा सा time लगता है. Am I right?
Yeah, I have been waiting since more than 24 months now.
हाँ, तो सर अगर if you are waiting, अगर आप मेरे को बाद में you connect with me, I will tell you. I'll maybe I can connect with you with somebody in the ministry or not in the ministry, but somebody who takes care of this and probably get this expedited. Probably we could do that. But ये जो आपने बोला, हाँ, procedure तो online हो गया, लेकिन unfortunately half
there are a lot of barriers. Yes.
ये half baked cake है ये, तो इसको खा भी नहीं सकते और वो फेंक भी नहीं सकते. So ये अजीब सिचुएशन है इससे.
So मैंने सभी पेरेंट्स, आप राहुल जी का ईमेल और कॉन्टैक्ट डिटेल्स आर ऑन द स्क्रीन. बिफोर आई एग्जिट दिस, आई वांट टू मेक श्योर कि आपके पास उनकी इंफॉर्मेशन है. आप उनको डायरेक्टली कॉन्टैक्ट कर सकते हैं फॉर एनी स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चन दैट यू हैव अबाउट योर चाइल्ड और योर करंट सिचुएशन. बिकॉज जैसा कि आपको पता है कि यहाँ पर हम ओवरऑल बात करते हैं. सो इंडिविजुअल अगर आपका कोई सवाल है, अभी हम वी विल टेक मोर क्वेश्चंस नाउ फॉर श्योर. But please keep his information also. I will go to Anita ji and then I will go to Mrityunjay ji. Anita ji, I know आपने बहुत देर से hand raise किया था. I don't see her now. Anita Das.
Unmuted her. But
yeah, please share if you had a question or a comment to make. Yes.
Yes, madam. Actually, I have already typed it in the chat box. Regarding I want to know what special consideration, like for me, I am a working parent. And if I want also, I cannot join your programs today. I'm very lucky that I have got no emergency duty and I can join your program. Because hospital doctor, we have duties filled us 14 hours, things like that.
I understand. Yes.
Yeah. But I want to know what special consideration, like for a working parent like me, what government special consideration will give me so that I can take care of my child. See, suppose I'm telling you my story. Our OPD hour starts at 9 o'clock up to 4:30, and again from 6 o'clock emergency. Okay.
Yes.
So now who will look after my child? This 9 to 4:30. 9 to 4:30, a long span of nearly 7 hours. I feed my child at 9 o'clock, I go, and again I come back at 4:30. And this period, my child remains, because he is a high support child, he remains almost neglected.
Yes.
And regarding the section, I have applied to the Disabled Commissioner here, that you please give me some consideration from my working place, so that at least I can look after my child. Because I don't know about Mumbai and Nagpur and all, but what I know, that in Tripura, in Agartala, there is not even a single school where my child can be uplifted, neither by NGOs nor by government. Because madam, being a doctor, I know what should be done to my child for his upliftment. All these NGOs, in Agartala, they are busy in their own way. My child needs one training, they give another training. So I think I am the best trainer. So I have asked for, I have written an application to the Disabled Commissioner that you please give me at least some hour relaxations. And very sadly speaking, 1 year is passing. I am running and running. I am running that you please give me, but nothing has been given. Regarding that, I want to know from Rahul sir. Sir, please, there are many things what you have written that are not practical, written in book, not practical, It's just book, bookish.
I got it. Anita ji, I completely get your concern and I completely get the concern. I completely got it. I'll answer your question. Now, see, I completely get कि, whatever is there in the book or whatever is written in the act, as I was telling, implementation और इसमें बहुत फर्क है. And मुझे त्रिपुरा के बारे में बहुत ज़्यादा जानकारी नहीं. I don't know much about Tripura, but what I really see is if you you've applied for a concessional hours in the duty, I'm not sure whether that can be done or not, because that may or may not be possible, because if it's a state government job you're doing, I think probably if the state government has some policy, I'm not sure about that, and I'm not even actually I'm not sure कि इस तरह की कोई पॉलिसी हो सकती है वहां पे. एक तो ये बात है. दूसरा, what I see is that I think a lot of state governments have this scheme called I think it's called hardship something, the exact name I'm forgetting, but I think it's called hardship leave or hardship consideration. Something is there. I'll just find out that more information about that and let you know. But I think some of the states have this, and in fact, I think even the central government has that. In certain circumstances, if you have a child with high support need, the two things can be done. One thing is, of course, you will be given a financial, I think, assistance. That's one way to look at it, and somebody. And of course, I know, as being a parent, you know that you are the best teacher or a best caregiver for your child. But practically, it may not be possible for you, because of course you'll have to perform your duties at the hospital. Lekin, I think this some middle way can be found out. If you can connect with me offline sometime, probably we can have a more proper discussion over it, and probably I could suggest you something. And I completely get your concern, and with jo aapka what you shared, the difference. There's a difference in what is written in the book and what is there in reality. But usi ke liye we'll try and work on that.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Surely, I'll try and help you the best way possible.
Thank you, Anita ji, for your question and concern, and I can really understand and hear the frustration in your voice and all that you're going through. And it's difficult because, like you said, things exist on paper, but they don't in reality. So I would recommend and highly encourage you to contact Rahul ji directly. I know he will really try his best to help you with your particular situation, or at least guide you to any resource that he may be aware of. So please do that. And thanks for your question. I think, can we go next to Mrityunjay ji? You have a question for us?
In fact, I'm sorry for the echo. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
you. Yeah. So in fact, I wanted to share my experience on getting the guardianship certificate from the National Trust. And I was hearing with somebody saying they have applied and they are waiting for the guardianship certificate for 24 months. I applied for the guardianship certificate for my 20 years old autistic son. And we had to actually follow up with National Trust. And they guided us to the local district magistrate office in Hyderabad. And I had to do a continuous follow-up with district magistrate office. And then I was provided with multiple phone numbers and email IDs. But and then I was traveling, so my wife had to go for the verification. And because of the pandemic, they could verification officer could not visit our place. So she had to travel to the local police station, carrying all the documents for getting the verification done, and then visit to the Disability Commissioner's office for submitting those documents. And finally, we got the certificate from the National Trust. So only thing is that we have to continuously do a follow-up. Otherwise, things won't move. So if you are waiting for the disability certificate to just show up after 24 months, it won't happen. We need to kind of tighten our belt and then run around and make sure that things are moving.
So how long did it take for you to get your guardianship certificates after you started the process?
Almost a year, because when I applied and after 3 months, the pandemic started. So I was given the excuse that because of the pandemic, the offices are not open. When I started following up with the National Trust, they directed us to the district magistrate office. I spoke to the district magistrate's personal assistant a couple of times, and he said that offices are closed because of pandemic. And then you talk to the disability commissioner. He gave me the number. Then I spoke to a disability commissioner, and then she provided the email ID for doing a follow-up. And every time they were asking the reference ID. So when you submit the application on the National Trust website, you get a reference ID. Make sure you keep a PDF copy of that. And then you have to upload all the documents there in the National Trust website and keep all the documents handy, because we at least had to submit those documents 10 times to multiple offices, including local police station where we stay. And then we had to create multiple affidavit, because as Rahulji was saying, that there is a verification involved. So police was probing that why do we want to?
Any property listed.
Yes,
so all that has to be, kind of.
So yeah, they wanted to verify that is there an intention of occupying some property for which a child is going to inherit, all those things. So that's the reason the verification is involved. So yes, it took almost 12 months for us to get the certificate.
Yes,
and also if the siblings.
Yeah, my wife wants to speak because she actually ran around.
I'm sorry for taking so much time, but then my friends and we had a tough time, running around the district magistrate offices. And since my child is older and all my friends are, the autistic friends that I have are of, the children of parents of adult disabled children. So all of us have applied for national guardianship. Thankfully, I got it. But, siblings, older siblings of disabled children have a difficulty, because then again, a lot of property issues, a lot of financial issue comes up when you have to, apply for legal guardianship of your sibling. So it is, I don't know whether it's the right thing to suggest. But then parents should be very, very careful of, what they are procuring or buying or for their disabled children, because unless and until you have a legal certification and all the legal things binding, unke naam pe bahut property ya unke naam pe bahut saman lena is also, unless and until all the legal paperwork is clear, it can be a binding later on. It can give you trouble later on.
Got that. And I think that's the kind of practical aspect that you said, and you talked about the keeping the PDF, preserving the PDF and all of that stuff. I think I think that's really valuable information, considering you've actually faced it and you've gone through the whole procedure. So this was, I think, a very useful information for all of us. Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing that, both Mrityunjay ji and your wife. I'm sorry, I don't know your name, but thank you for sharing all the procedures that you have gone through. And I'm sorry to say to all the parents here, but it sounds extremely frustrating. It sounds like it's a lot of persistent effort that you have to put in to get that piece of document. Anita ji, you have more to add?
Madam, one thing I just want to request you regarding the awareness about intellectual disability. Actually, all our children, this intellectual disability, the entire term goes under psychiatric. If we speak from medical point of view, the whatever challenges, whatever behavioral problems, ultimately we sometimes we have to take help from the psychiatrist. What my request to you? Being a doctor, I want to tell you, government plans different things. Like recently in whole India, there is oral health program where oral cancer screening, for that oral cancer screening, pre-cancer screening, we have to go to village to make the people aware about this. Yes. I think time has come that government should take programs on the awareness of this intellectual disability. And that should be done by psychiatrists from government hospitals. But that is what I just want to give my suggestion, because what sir told, Rahul sir told, that everywhere it is not Nagpur, everywhere it is not Bombay. Sir is from Chandrapur, where people suffer a lot, they don't know anything, and that is because of the lack of awareness. And for that awareness, to bring that awareness, a government program should be made. Like if a government can make program for screening of oral cancer, pre-cancerous lesion, if government can make program for deworming program, if government can make awareness about how to prevent from COVID, recently, we are going from village to village, even me, I go, keeping locked in the room. Keeping my child locked in the room, I have to go and attend as I am a government servant. And that awareness can be made only if government, the psychiatric department takes, government gives notification to the psychiatric department, and the psychiatrists have to go to the village to make people aware. That way only we can spread mass awareness. That is what I think. Thanks a lot for giving me some time. Because in Agartala, there are 30 parents like me. Only I am joining your program. I can talk in English. There are many guardians who don't know how to talk, how to get the program. So I think government should come forward and make it an awareness program. That way we can help.
Yes, you're absolutely right. You bring up some very, very important and critical issues that we are all aware of. And as part of Samarthya, as part of SNCC, I know, and Rahul ji joining us, we are all trying in our own ways to work on this awareness issue itself. But you're absolutely right. For anything to really change at a scale level, we have to be working with government systems, because otherwise it's not possible. And I know that there are programs. I know the government does a lot of awareness camps, but I think it's all sort of depends on where you live, kind of a thing. It's not standard, it's not uniform. So you're absolutely right. What you get in Nagpur is not what you get in Chandrapur. What you get in Chandrapur is not what you get in Agartala. And then the bigger cities, of course, you get many more things. So all the points you raised are absolutely right on. And I appreciate you taking the time to share your thoughts. Like I said, we are working in our best capacity. Good morning. Work on these awareness issues, particularly for children with IDD as well as ASD. And so we hope that you'll continue to support us as we work and find our own path in this. Rahulji, if you have anything to add to that, otherwise we have just
a quick
as well.
Just a quick comment. Basically, yes, Anita ji, that is absolutely what you said is absolutely right. I have one quick suggestion. Now, since you said that you are the probably only one who could speak in English and stuff like that, so can you, as an ambassador from here in this program, can you try and help those 30 people that you know to get their certificates, get their things, whatever is required. So I think you could probably try and take that leadership, because it's required really, because from here we will be able to, we will be able to do only so much. And if you like, we can work, and you there probably could have maybe play a bigger role to really change the situation over there.
Yes, sir. Thank you for that. I always help. Actually, I have got a very soft corner, as my child is like that. Actually, why I am telling this awareness program is very much needed in village, because
yes. So
I have a very soft corner for these children.
Correct. Yeah. So if you have any specific this thing, we will definitely. You have my number. You could connect with me. We will definitely specifically we will speak, and what can be done. We'll definitely discuss about that.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I just want to add one thing here. Actually, I am connected to Anita ji here. You know, yes, Anita.
Oh.
Yes, sir. Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Yes.
I know. Yes.
Actually, we have taken up this because on Snake, like I've taken up this issues. Like we need to sensitize the government in some way, because we have a government person on our advisory board also. We have taken for that, because we need to sensitize government somewhere. Because many certificates and systems and all are there in government schemes, but it's so time taking and lengthy procedures. No, parents try to take advantage of that also, and if parent needs, they have to spend a lot of time for that. So we are trying to take up that issue with in locally with the government. But and Anita Das ji, she's also part of that. We just
thank you.
Small initiative, but I'm not able to really follow, because we are just starting. SNCC is still new, baby. So we are in the process of that. So we'll be, needing your help, Rahul ji, in that. We will take up the issue. In detail.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We have one more question from Jaspreet Kaur. Please go ahead.
Yeah, Jaspreet ji. Hi. Jaspreet. You there?
Yeah, can you hear us, Jaspreet ji? We can take your question. You can unmute yourself, please.
Hi, Harshali. Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
मैं हो तो question तो आएगा जरूर.
हाँ, बिल्कुल.
So this is more for Mr. Mrityunjay. Actually, it was a wonderful way, the way he shared his experience. I also facilitate, we've been another platform that I'm major advocate of is a guardianship certificate. क्योंकि हमारे स्कूल के एक बच्चे के साथ actually ऐसा हो गया कि they didn't have a certificate, and then she met with an accident and the parents had to run into a lot of problem.
Yes.
Lekin, my question actually is more to Mr. Mrityunjay, who shared, that was a wonderful experience he shared. From what I know, the guardianship certificate actually goes to an LLC, local level committee. But if he's there, Mr. Mrityunjay, if he's there, he's saying he had to go to the district magistrate, and then he went for verification to the local police station. From what I know, the entire happens at an LLC. So is it different in different places, or did he have to bypass the LLC? If he could answer, it would actually solve a lot of my problems.
So in fact, when we applied through the National Trust website, the National Trust website, they coordinate with the district magistrate office of the district where the person resides. So in my case, it happens that the application was forwarded to district magistrate office in Hyderabad. And then...
so you did not apply to a local level committee?
No. I directly applied through the National Trust website.
National level, when you apply on the Swavlamban website, your application is transferred to a local level committee. The district magistrate is the head of the local level committee, but usually the LLC is housed in a school, in a special needs school. That kind of a thing didn't happen with you?
No, so in fact, I'm saying that when I applied, I applied through National Trust website, and then I after a few months, in fact, I started following up with National Trust website because I was not sure what is the process here. So National Trust, they connected me to local district magistrate's office. They gave me the number and email ID, and I started following up with the district magistrate office. I spoke to their personal assistant a couple of times. Then he connected me to Disability Commissioner, which comes under the, which reports to the district magistrate for all those issues. And then Disability Commissioner, he directed us to somebody who asked us to compile those documents and then go to police, get the affidavit made and go to police station, get the verification done and submit those documents.
Fine, sir. Thank you. What actually happens is, I mean, the regular procedure is that once you applied on the Swavlamban site, the National Trust site, I'm sorry, Swavlamban is for UDID. I'm sorry. Once you apply on the guardianship site, you're basically, the application is sent to a local level committee that has 3 members. The head is the district magistrate. So at least that's how it happens here. And Harshali and ma'am, my experience from what, not my experience, we are in Noida, which is very close to Delhi. So we're very fortunate that way. But whenever you do apply, you are actually told that it is going to take up to a year. And that is in a non-pandemic year. I'm sorry, I'm like Harshali knows, I'm sort of not an anti-government person. I'm sort of a pro-government person. Yeah. But I really think that, even the government says it'll take up to a year because the amount of verification involved. There are some cases that are routed through me. I do the verification. And what sir's wife said, it is not it is really, I mean, it might boggle our mind, but the fact is that some of the siblings and some relatives actually do try to take advantage of this disabled child. So the verification is being done for our child's, safeguard. So I think we should sort of honor that, and we should be a part of it. I have seen in our school itself, one of a very, I would say not an upper class, but maybe an upper middle class parent. He made his first cousin the guardian of the child, and later we had to intervene because we realized that it had all been done for the sake of property. Oh. The father actually was trying to mistreat the child. He was trying to transfer the property to his brother's son.
So I got Jaspreet ji, what you're saying is absolutely right, and practically what you faced, that is important, right? My only issue here is that now of course the government says that, and of course government is doing much better, like online and stuff like that. It is good. Now the problem is when the government says that it will take up to a year, does not really serve the purpose. I mean, I understand it will take time to verify, but just by declaring it will take a year wouldn't really solve the issue, because to wait for a year to just get the certificate is, I think, a very long time. And practically people are facing, as people said, that they've been taking more than 2 years, they're waiting. So I think that requires probably a little bit of a pulling off socks by the concerned person. So I think that really is the point here. And and thank you so much for actually sharing that practically what really happens. That is important. And I think
right, maybe I will give it to Shweta because she did the local runaround, my wife, so she can share the experience.
No, about the property thing, I was just advising parents that unless and until you have the right paperwork for your child, it's not advisable to invest in assets, in financial assets for the child, unless and until your paperwork is correct, because that leads to a hindrance. Because yes, there are siblings and there are people who would try to take undue advantage, of the situation of your child. That's the only thing.
Yeah. Got it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's really a good discussion. I'm loving this discussion that we are having. And GS Ramanji is saying, I think he's raised his hand also, but I think he's saying that anybody who's interested in getting a legal guardianship in Nagpur may contact him directly. So you all have his message there. I think you can respond to him directly. Individually, you can connect with him. Is there anything else you'd like to share, Ramanji, before we wrap up today's session?
No, madam.
Okay, thank you so much for offering that help to the parents here. That's wonderful. And to Jaspreet ji also, thanks for sharing, the real ground realities of what happens and all of that. So I'm very thankful to Rahul ji. I think it's been, I'm sure you have also appreciated parents really giving you that ground reality perspective and, what's happening and what's not happening. So if there is Tess, I see Tess's hand raised. I think this will be the last question we take, and then we will wrap up today's session. Tess?
Yes. And thank you, JS Raman sir, being here.
Yeah.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
I have a 6-year-old son, and I recently came to know about the disability certificate through SNCC programs that I've joined. My question was, he's been diagnosed with ADHD, and he's on the spectrum for autism, but he's showing a lot of improvement, and I'm hopeful that I might be able to integrate him into the mainstream schools later on as he grows up. So my question was, this disability certificate, is this going to cause any hindrance or any kind of challenges with mainstream schools accepting the child if he meets the requirement of being integrated into their schools or other walks of life, was my question.
Harshali, would you like to answer that?
No, sir. Please go ahead.
Answer this?
No, I think Harshali, you would be.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Ashok Shah, sir. Yeah.
I think integration should not and should never be the problem for our kids if they are capable of managing in the integration school. There is a special body called Sarva Shikshan Abhiyan meant for integration of this specially able children into the mainstream school. If there is issue or something like that, they always come to help us and see that the child gets the admission in the mainstream school. So
yeah, I think her concern was whether, if I understood this correctly, her question was also that whether taking of this disability certificate, applying for this disability certificate would hinder any the integration of the child in a normal school. So in my opinion, the answer is no, it will not hinder. I mean, in fact, it would give that additional support if whenever required. So I think that taking the disability certificate wouldn't really hinder in real sense anything in terms of integrating the child in the mainstream school.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. From which place you are, Tess?
I'm from Pune.
Okay. Because in Nagpur, so we have as Rahul sir said, that in Sarva Shikshan Abhiyan, I mean, they are active and they do help us in I mean, बच्चे को अगर किसी स्कूल में एडमिशन नहीं मिल रहा है and all those things, no, so they help in that. So you must be having in Pune, because Pune also must be having these kind of government officials who are there to help parents.
Yeah. Okay. I'd just like to add to both what Harshali and Rahul ji said is that, yes, I think, in fact, having the right certificate, which is that disability certificate for your child, would help you in accessing or availing any special provisions or any special schemes that your child may need going forward. So whether it's educational or eventually in employment, so I think it's a good thing to be, since your child is 6 now, to be thinking about all those things as you think about the future. I don't personally think that it would cause any kind of a hindrance. So that's a great question. Thank you so much, Tess, for that.
Thank you. And ma'am, if there are any specific questions that I have, is whom do I reach out to with regards to guardianship?
I would say for guardianship, it would be Rahul.
Rahul, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Rahul?
Sure.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Clarification from Jasmeet.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is there Jasmeet ma'am and Mrutyunjay? Are they there?
Yes, must be. Just brief.
My question is like guardianship certificate is issued for the 3 reasons. One is to look after the child, to look after the movable properties, and to look after the immovable properties. If the child has got movable properties or immovable properties, what hindrance that comes while issuing the guardianship certificate? Like movable property, probably we may not put in the name of a child, but child will have his own bank accounts with a father as a joint holder. So does it cause hindrance? Yes, that question was asked from the local level committee to me. The child has, which I declared that he has his bank account. In fact, he operates his own account. So does it become a hindrance for getting a guardianship certificate? Or later on, I think we need to submit his records of his investment or anything.
No, so in fact, we had to submit an affidavit. But what is the reason we are looking trying to get the guardianship certificate, and we had to attach the copy of his disability certificate just to substantiate that he cannot make his own independent decisions and cannot sustain on his own. Yes, my son has a bank account, which is a joint bank account with my wife. So we had to declare that, but that was not an issue at all.
Do you have the immovable property also in the name of son, or which will be transferred in the name of son? Because the police case doesn't come in this. Police doesn't come in the picture.
I really don't know, but we were asked to go to the local police station and get our verification done. It's the verification for ours that we do not have. The parents do not have any criminal records.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. With that, I think we wrap up our session today. Thank you so much to Rahul Ji, as always, for giving his time, his expertise, sharing, and always being so open with, sharing his information so parents can contact him directly. Thank you, sir, so much. And thank you always to Harshali and Snik. It's always a pleasure to be with you and to collaborate. And to all the parents who are sitting here today, like I said, on a Sunday evening, who have given their time to us and asking all these questions and being so engaged. Thank you to each one of you.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Samarthya and Shivani Di. I mean, this is like really helpful sessions for the SNCC parents also. That I mean, I can see these are helping a lot because many of questions are there. I mean, it's very difficult to go through these processes, and I can understand, totally I can understand.
Yeah, I hope that if you are not on one of our WhatsApp groups, I think you join us, because what we are going to do for the next few sessions is invite your questions ahead of time, so that if you have any specific questions related to finances, financial planning, any specific type of planning that you would like Rahul Ji to address, if you send us those questions ahead of time, I think it will be very useful for us to plan our sessions accordingly. So if you're already on the WhatsApp groups, please start sharing either with me or Harshali, or if you're not, after today, please join the group and please do that, so that our next month's session that we'll have, we'll make the announcement of the date and the time, but we want to make sure that Rahul Ji can come prepared with the questions that you already have, so that it can be even a better, more efficient session for all of us here. So with that, I think we can wrap up. Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me here, and it was great, having this discussion with all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Rahul.
Thank you. Thank you, both of you. Bye-bye. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.